Welcome back everybody. Guys, we've learned about a lot of elements of the CSS3. We learned a lot of things of the HTML5. I'm gonna guide you about the animation. Exactly, we can create the animation in the CSS3 too. CSS3 is the very first version in a CSS in the history of CSS which is able to create the animation. Okay, with a very simple coding. Before that, before the CSS3, we have to use the jQuery, the JavaScript, or we have to use the Flash. But right now we just don't need to use the Flash or the jQuery in some cases, but exactly in some specific cases we have to use the jQuery too. We will learn the jQuery in the course later on. By the way, how to create the animation in the CSS3, we have to learn the keyframe rule. Interesting thing, I'm just gonna guide you about how to create the keyframes rule. Pretty easy, but we just have to learn, we have to just understand the techniques. In fact, we just don't need to learn that, we just need to understand its technique, that how it gives us the result. By the way, to create the keyframe rule, you can create it anywhere. I'm just creating the rule here. For example, the @ sign, and then just type keyframes and add any space and just put the name of the element, or the animation. Put the name of the animation you are creating. I'm just putting here the name1. Okay, awesome. You can create any name whatever you prefer, and then just put 2 curly braces. Inside the curly braces, I'm just gonna create the animation. Now, what the mean of keyframes? Basically, any kind of the animation depends on its frames. Okay, every frame has an image. For example, if you're just throwing a glass from the top to bottom, so exactly this, for example, the distance is 3 feet, so you just need to create 30 frames or around 25 frames to make it very clear. The frame means the images, and then in every image you just change the scene a little bit and a little bit, and this thing makes the animation. We are just about to using the same thing in the keyframe in the CSS3, but it's little easy and simple to do. So by the way, what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna create or change the background color of the element, the div1. Okay, so the div1 starts from the orange. So first of all, put the from, okay, and put the curly brace, press enter, and put the 2 and the curly brace. Now from where I'm starting from the background orange. Okay, now where I just want to pick it, I'm just putting the background red. Okay, from the red or orange to the red. Now if I just go to the browser and refresh, whoa, nothing happening, just because we just didn't connect this one with this div1. So put in his enter and just type the animation name. Okay, now what is the name of the animation? The name is the nm1. You can put any name, as I said before. Now just like the transition, put the animation duration. Now what duration you want? For example, the animation is starting from the background color. Basically, you can update the properties of the CSS in animation. Simple. You can animate the transformation, you can animate the transition. Actually, you can transit the animation too. You can animate the margin, the height, the width, in anything, whatever you want. And then the animation duration should not more than the 2 seconds. You can put any value. Refresh. You can see that without hovering. This is the thing I just want to guide you, that I'm not hovering the element, but when I just refresh, its color is changing. This is called the animation. The transition, if I just put the transition, then exactly you know that we have to depend on the transition. But in the animation, we just don't need to depend on the hover only. Well, by using this way, it's awesome, but I can use the shorthand property too. Just simply put the animation, the name of the animation, nm1, and add any space and 2s, whatever seconds you want, the 5s or 2s, whatever. And you can see that my mouse is here. I just didn't hover the element, and still I just simply click on refresh. It's updating, and after the 2 seconds, it's going back to the real effect, which was the orange one. Okay, when it just completed, the 2 seconds will be has been completed. So by the way, I'm just going to teach you some more elements, some more things. Well, for now, I'm just gonna go to the next step of the animation. I'm just duplicating this one and the div 2. Great. Now, just simply copy the div 1 and paste this there as div 2. And the background color I'm just changing as the orange. Okay, it just leave it as it is and refresh. Now we got the two animations, and again you can see that the both are updating just because they both has the same animation named anim1, and there is the anim1. So now, interestingly, you can see that the keyframe is after this div1's property and before this one, but it's working both fine in both. So exactly, you can place the keyframe anywhere, at the top or at the bottom, wherever you want. Well, I'm just going to do more. I'm just gonna create a new keyframe because exactly I just want to teach you something more interesting, the anim2 and the curly braces. So for now, instead of the anim1, I'm just putting the anim2. Now basically what I just want to guide you from into is okay, but we can create these steps. We can create multiple steps, more than 2 or 3, whatever. So now we just need to put the values in numbers. So from 0%, 0 to 100 is basic. Okay, so from 0% I just want to start, and what I just want to give from 0%, it will be starting from 0 as the background of orange. It should be the 0%, from the 0% should mean the matching of this element. Okay, and at the 25%, 0 to 25%, the background color should be red. Great. Okay, now at the 50%, the background color should be brown. Great. And at the 100% means the completion of the animation. Oh my gosh, yeah, the completion of the animation, the background color should be orange back. Okay, this is the perfect way to create the animation. The starting and the ending should be the same to create the perfect animation. So if I just go to the browser back and refresh, now you can see that it's something wrong is there. Oh my gosh, I just called the min instead of the anim, so this should be anim, and refresh. Okay, it's going very fast, so I should change the timing of it. I'm just putting 5 seconds, and now refresh. Just focus on this one. Okay, it's updating automatically. It's starting, going then, and then now you can see that it's starting from orange to red, the brown, and the orange back. This is what I just want to teach you, the keyframe rules. So now we can update it more and more. I'm just going to teach you another one to make it more understandable for you. So I'm just creating a new div. So simple. I'm just creating a new div. One thing more I'm just doing, I'm just cutting and pasting the whole keyframes in a single place. I'm just placing all them at the bottom. So the div 3, and there I'm just creating another animation, the anim3, and applying the anim3 with the div 3, and there is a div 3 already. So there, the animation, the keyframes, basically keyframes. Great. So what more I need? You can see that these are the div 1, div 2, div 3. So right now I'm just gonna go to the key anim3. Okay, so now we can change anything whatever we want. For example, you can see that the div 3 has the width as 200. So let's just go there, and in the anim3, okay, in the anim3, I'm just talking about the div 3. The div 3 has the anim3, so I'm just going to the anim3, and the width was 200 pixels, so I'm just putting the width. Okay, and I'm just starting from the 200 pixels, and then I'm just updating it with around 300 pixels. Okay, then the width DTH around 400 pixels, and then width around 300 pixels back. But I just need one more. Okay, interesting thing I just want to teach you, that I need one more to get back it on a 200 pixels. If I just refresh this, now you can see that the width is growing and more and then going back, but animation stop. Okay, so the solution is the 0, and instead of the 25 it can be 20. Okay, and it can be the 40 and duplicate, it can be 60. I wish it won't go very long, the 50 60, sorry, or I think the 70 is okay because it will go very long, the 300 and the 200, and refresh. Now it's going back, and yeah, exactly, it's on a real position. In the same way you can put the height. Well, I just want to teach you, you can put as much as percents you want, for example 0, 10, 20, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but that will be very long, but you can do that exactly. So now guys, I'm just gonna teach you another interesting thing about that. What I'm just gonna do is updating the border radius. First apply the border radius, but the 0. Okay, I'm not putting any specific value, the 0. So starting from the 0, the border radius from 0. Sorry about that, I'm not gonna put this one here because you know that it has the specific width, so I'm just gonna apply this on anim2. So removing the border radius from div3, I'm applying this on div2, the border radius 0, and I'm just applying this here in anim2, the border radius 0, then the border radius 70 pixels, then border radius 40 pixels, then border radius back to 0. Well, this is not pretty awesome because exactly we need at least 5 steps for this thing too, but exactly what I just want to make, I will. You can see that it's converting. It's okay. Now it should be 100 pixels and it should be the 50, and then refresh. Now it's become a ball and get back. Okay, refresh that back and converting. But there is another problem. I'm going to show you that it's going and then going and back and back. Actually on every stop, these are called the stops. So on every stops it's stopping a little bit and then going, as you can see that. Refresh. Now it's going, but stop and then go, then stop, then back. So how to solve this problem? The solution is, if I just go there on a div3, I'm just gonna applying the animation iteration count infinite. Okay, so cover this all and save and refresh. Now it won't stop because I just put it the infinity. Now I just applied the infinity with this element to the div3. Yeah, exactly, the animation iteration count infinite, whatever, it's not stopping. You can see that it's continuously running. Okay, so this is called the infinite. But if I just copy this one and paste this on a div2, but instead of the infinite I put the 3 only or the 2 only, so exactly, I think you can understand what will happen. It's going and once more, but this one is the last. Exactly, it won't go more, only 2 times. So this is called the animation and animation iteration basically. I think you liked it. And again, as we did in the transition, if for example you know that it is stopping every time, so how to solve this issue? Just simply go there and put the animation timing function. Now I think I was thinking to teach you the timing function at the time of the iteration, but I just teach you iteration first, so sorry about that. And just try to understand what I'm just talking. This one is to change its counting and it making it infinity or putting a specific counting, and this one is for the timing function, just like the transition, to manage their speed. If I just put the linear refresh, now it's going like linear. You can see that it's not stopping on any stop, it's directly going and in and out. But if I just remove this one, now you will see refresh. Now it will stop on every step. Okay, that's awesome. The linear, in the same way you can use the A is in and A is out. I'm just gonna apply the that points to here. The A is in and A is out, you know about them already because you just learned them in a previous class in a transition. So you can see that it's, yeah, A is in, but at the end it's going slowly. So guys, all these things I just teach you about the animation. And for the next one, you should create your own animation, or you can make a lot of advanced animations. In the next class, we will learn a lot more things. Stay tuned and goodbye.